Now, earlier today we talked to Graham about his chicken hand-in, and now I've got with me Chris from Pits and Giggles Barbecue, one of the most high-tech teams you're going to see here, and we're going to talk about pork ribs. So, mate, how's the festival been for you?
Mate, we're having a great time. We pulled in here last night, got ourselves set up, got all our gear organised, and we started cooking about 2 a.m. So I've had about an hour sleep, had about half a dozen beers last night, but just having a great time. And it's such beautiful weather today, and now the wind's backed off a bit.
So for the viewers who may not be aware of Low and Slow Barbecue, why did you start cooking at 2 o'clock in the morning?
So the whole essence of Low and Slow is that the type of cuts we're cooking are quite sinuous, and they're not sort of cuts you can cook quickly. If you cook it like steak, what will happen is that they'll just be tough and horrible regardless of what you do. So the only way you can do it is you cook at a much lower temperature over a long period of time, and that allows all of the collagen and the sinew and everything and all the fat that sits in between those layers of meat to all break down, so it just becomes super soft, and of course fat is flavour, as they say. It tastes sensational.
Mate, I'm so hungry. Now, how did you go with your pork ribs?
Pork ribs went pretty well. They went on at 7 o'clock this morning. We whacked them on. We did 2 ribs. We use a St. Louis cut rib that our butcher cuts up for us. So as I said, we whacked them on at 7 o'clock. They sat in the main smoker we've got little Weber Smoky Mountains. So it sat in there for probably about 3.5 hours till it came up to a temperature I was happy with. We gave a bit of a spritz about every hour or so with a mixture of apple cider vinegar, and a bit of Worcestershire sauce. So that was just to keep the moisture into them. Then we took them out, wrapped them up in alfoil with some brown sugar and butter, because butter makes everything better.
It does, absolutely.
So wrapped them up in alfoil for probably about an hour, and that brought them right up to the temperature we wanted. So back in the cooker, and then we let them rest, put them in the Canberra, held them at temp, cut them up, put them in the box, and they taste cracking.
Oh, lovely. So you mentioned St. Louis cut before.
Yeah.
How is a St. Louis cut different from, like, a rib that you get at the pub?
Righto, so with pork ribs, they basically come from, if you think about the side of a pig and sort of working from the spine round to the belly, the different cuts come from different lines along that rib. So there's 3 lines. You've got the baby backs come from the top, the spare ribs sort of come from the bottom, and the St. Louis actually comes from the breastplate. So it sits in this main section and covers that sort of main rib near the sternum and gives you that nice cut in there. So it's actually, when you buy pork belly, and most people would have eaten pork belly at some stage, the St. Louis cut ribs are actually the ones that got cut off the bottom of the pork belly.
Beautiful. And so why did you choose a St. Louis over a baby back, say?
I like the St. Louis because it's got really nice meat on it because of where it sits. It's sitting up fairly high. It's almost the brisket of the pig, effectively. So it sort of sits up in that area. It's really nice and meaty, and you can get a nice straight cut with it. So we work very closely with our butcher Chris over at Jack Pascal Meats. He cuts all of our meat for us to order. So he actually goes out and actually cuts sections off the pig and cut up what we need as we need it. So he cuts them all up for me, and we spent a while mucking around to get exactly what we wanted. But yeah, it comes up nice, and you get nice little presentation ribs, and they're nice and flat.
Mate, that sounds absolutely amazing. I really have my fingers crossed that you're going to do really well with that, and I'll see you up on stage picking up some trophies.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be good to get that in a bit of a go. We've been cooking for about 12 months, and it'd be nice to give our sponsors a bit of a run. As I said, the Jack SL guys, they've been great to us. We cook on charcoal, and Spinifex Country provide all of their charcoal for us, and it's just cracking gear. And of course, you were talking about the high tech, our smart fires can't go without a smart fires. They sit and they line up. You set your temperature in our Webers, and the smart fire on the Weber, set the temperature, and it will hold that temp all day. It's absolutely awesome.
Sounds beautiful, mate, and it's great to see that you're getting the support from industry that you need for this growing sport here in Australia.
Yeah, so it's great. It's good to have people come along for the ride and give you a bit of a hand, because it can be extraordinarily expensive thing to do, because we're cooking about $400 worth of meat this weekend.
Wow. That's a big commitment.
Yeah.
So there you have it, folks. That's a whole lot of excuse me. That's a whole lot of great information for you on your pork ribs. So if you're not here already, I want to see you here soon.